Greetings, greetings, greetings. Not Wedana Munchende. This is another episode of The Green Table. My name is Soba, and with me is a special guest. But before I introduce that guest, I would like to tell you a brief story about this guest, okay? So the first time this guest actually attended church, he actually followed a girl, okay? So he loved this girl, or rather had feelings or infatuated. I don't know what you can call it, but at that time he was about 18 years old, and he followed this girl to church because she was a church girl, and he just wanted to, get to know her, and, because he knows that this girl is usually found kucheche. Church. And when he's there, he's not even concentrating if about pastor or and he will try and make sure that he tries to make a situation that will make this girl notice him. But as time went by, of course, there's a time when, looking at somebody gets a little boring, and, he decides to look at the pastor and look around the environment, and eventually and it begins to touch his heart. However, to cut the story short, this special guest ends up giving his life to Christ in a nightclub, okay? Because he was just following the girl, so he's kicking it in the nightclub and what on a Saturday, waiting to go to church that following Sunday to go and see that beautiful girl, and God speaks to him. Now, this special story that I've given, it just shows that surely church is a place of healing. It is a place of fruitfulness. It is a place of greenness. Greenness represents, the fruitfulness, the growth, the vegetation, that health, So a seed was planted through the tongue of that pastor that God anointed to speak while that young man was in there, even though his agenda was a wrong one. That special guest is I, the bad man Soba, and I am here today by the grace of God. God bless that chick, wherever she is, all right? Because that journey has led to where I am, and I'm still learning and growing in the Word of God. However, my story or topic today is the church. The same place that the Word got planted in me, all right? That is the church. I went with wrong intentions, and I'm sure that in that same building, to impress the parents. Maybe others are on a condition to say, if you come to church this Sunday, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. Others have gone because they are guilty. Others have gone because they want to fellowship. Others have gone because they want money from God. Others have gone because they've lost hope and they're looking for hope. All sorts of reasons, marriages, answers. I don't know why you go to church. You can feel free to comment right on the comments why you do go to church, or even a briefing of what caused you to go to church or your experience in the church. However, church for me is aka a hospital, a clinic, a spiritual clinic, a spiritual hospital. So let's take a look at this example. Mwaisaya mu hospital tamule umfa bwino lindwala malaine nangu awende umfechire kalipa kumsana. Have you ever seen a situation where you've gone to the hospital? This one is complete. You see the different situations or scenarios I gave. So Bambina had to look for money, others for hope, others for breakthrough in this and that, spiritual deliverance. So Namu hospital. Kulabati. I've been having, maybe sores on my leg. I've been having a growth here and a brain tumor. I've got heart problems, all sorts of issues. You find them at the hospital. Now, have you ever seen one person who is sick laughing at the other? Oh! At least in Indonesia, you got that problem. It doesn't happen. Everyone is there for one thing. Their focus is on their healing. Their focus is on their breakthrough. They just want to see the doctor and they get their medicine and they are healed. Why do you go to church? Why do you go to the clinic, the spiritual clinic? Today in the church, it is amazing to see people laugh at each other to say, brother so and so, he fell. Brother so and so slept with Chite. Ababa brother so and so twaliba munapala n'abashako kadobo. How can you, who is not perfect in the first place, who laugh at another sick person? That is a hospital, the same environment. And that doctor you can't wait to see when you're not well, so that he can tell you what the problem is and give you that medicine. In the spiritual hospital clinic is a Jesus. So if you have a faith, treat the church like a hospital. It knows nobody. Go hospital takuwa batawa vachinondo uyu ari sauko uyu ni savu uyu ni medara uyu ni ure uyu ni junkie takuwa befyo. Hospital bonse balaya, and the main focus is the healing. So even in church, there is no such thing of at least I'm tall, him is short, at least I've got hips, at least I'm beautiful, at least I've got money. Takuwa befyo. The church must be treated as a hospital, a spiritual clinic where everybody gets their healing, everybody gets their breakthrough, everybody fellowships and strengthens one another. In the same way, namwena mclinic ngatwaya mwamuno mneno alefo kupona tetu mumulekerera atinachirwala ekimwala mwikata. Then maybe you might even, depending on your condition, say, but doctor, this one is almost dying. In a chironda fekuru, uyu are munegale for attend to him. Echo kwa virati images to asekom nove 30. So the church is a clinic, a spiritual clinic. However, let us not justify to say I can go and sin and then I'm going to go to church. After all, it's a clinic, I'll get my medicine. The wages of sin is death, the Bible says. So remember that it is important to always focus on the brighter side, and that is of the church. Be a brother's keeper. And just like that man of God was used to preach to me even when I went for a different agenda, he can use you in a much, much better way. So that special guest is me, Sober, and let me know what you feel or how this special segment has touched you by simply commenting. Remember to like the page on Facebook, that is Mount Zion Christian Center Kawe, and on YouTube as well. Like, subscribe, and click on the notification button so that you can get all notifications. Cheers.